Hi guys, this is Mrs. Gastler, and in this video we're going to talk about how to navigate in Schoology. It might be a little bit new and maybe it's very familiar, but I wanted to show you some tips and pointers that you can use to make things a little bit easier for yourself. And the first thing I want to show you is how you can sort this screen. This is my screen. It's a mess, I know. I've got a lot of things going on here and some really cool fun pictures for you. These are my boring ones for right now so that you can see what I'm talking about. Don't worry, they'll look cooler later. But I wanted to show you this right here. It says Course Dashboard. When you click on it, it will bring you a list of all the courses that you are enrolled in. For you, it should be 8. It might be a little bit more if you have an early block. I have all these things that I made to help me plan and organize, but it's much easier if when I click on that courses at the top, if all of my classes are in order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and I'm going to drag these so that it goes the order that I see my classes. Actually, I want to have a plan block first, so then 2A, and then my 3A, where did it go? There it is. And then my 4A comes next, all the way right there. And then I'll have another plan block. And then my 2B, why are they in this order right now? I don't even really know. So that will go there, right? Scroll a little, 2B, 1A, 1B, 2B. You'll have actually a 1B class, right? And then 2B, here's 3B, and 4B, and if I give it a little bit of time to like load and think about it, the next time I click up here on courses, watch what happens. Oh look, now they're in a nice pretty order, and so you can do that too so that your actual classes are neatly organized and easy to find. That is super helpful. Now the next thing I want to do is I actually want to look at what class looks like for you. I'm going to try to find Physics First Sandbox. This one is what it looks like for me. This is what your classes should look like from my perspective. This is where I actually plan them. Your class will look like this eventually once you have all the stuff in there. But there's information in here for you and for your parents, and you can't see all of it yet, and that's okay. What we're going to look at next is what it looks like from the student perspective, which I got to switch over to here. Okay. Now, I don't have the ability to look at it from a student perspective right now, so we're going to pretend that my son is in my class. His name is Andrew. He's not in my class, but I put him in my class so that we can look at it from there. Okay. Now, it looks a little bit different from a student perspective. First off, there's way less things on the side over here, and there are some things that you can't really get to as a student because when you're working through the course, you have to go in order. You can actually get to all the units that I have put in there, but when you're inside of a unit, once it loads, it's kind of slow this morning, you can get into all of the lessons. This is what Unit 1 will look like. It's got a little, I'm working on it, right? So it's got some things in here for me to look at. When you get into the unit, you see these little check boxes right here. It says must complete. These are all the things that it has a little marker in here to help you keep track of what you have finished and what you still need to work on. When you go into a lesson, but you can also click on this little triangle thing at the end and it'll just expand it underneath, but you can't see the little check marks. It has these little check mark things on all of them. Okay, notice how these are gray and not blue. You actually can't click on these. Once you finish this thing right here, then you'll be able to click on these things right there. These are called completion rules. And on this one, the Unit 1, Lesson 1 notes, identifying energy types, you'll have to actually score a 9 in order to be able to move on to the practice. Okay? The purpose for that is, again, we talked about this is a modern classroom. Remember, we actually want you to understand the material before you start moving on to the next thing, because if you don't get it, how are you going to be able to be good at it, right? You're not going to be able to do well on this checkpoint at the end. You're not going to be able to do well on the test. Okay, so then you would click on it and you would go. And all of the lessons look like this. If I go back to the Unit 1 energy and I show you that actual little button that expands things, once it loads, kind of slow this morning, okay, it wanted to go sleep a little longer. So when I go like this, you can see it'll load all the little things in the lesson. If you really want to freak Schoology out, try opening all of these at the same time. It's a lot of fun. It's already freaking out right now, I think. Can I click on another one? There we go. You see all of them start with notes and practice. There's actually some missing things in here that, again, I'm still working on it, so there's some things that aren't in here that should be. And those will be in there before you ever see Unit 1, so don't worry about that. But this is what it looks like inside Schoology. Okay. One more thing I want to show you is that there are some resources in here. The resource folder is not inside any one of the units because it's applicable everywhere. But if there's anything that comes up that you're not sure how to do in Schoology, there's this folder right here, How to Use Schoology. Okay. And you can go there anytime. I'll tell you things like how to organize stuff, how to submit things, how to do stuff on your phone if you're using your phone app on Schoology. That's a great place to look to, okay? If you have any questions, make sure you ask your teacher, and thank you for watching.